Have you ever wondered what makes some writing just stick with you, while everything else just kind of fades away? Well, today we're going to break down the two key ingredients that make writing truly unforgettable. It's soul and it's science.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a little test. I'm going to show you a list of words. Just pay attention and let's see which ones you can actually remember in a few seconds. Ready?
All right, here they are: seamless transition, a charging pit bull, muscly Irishman, better way, and a leg of lamb. Just try and hang on to those for a sec.
So, let me guess. I'm willing to bet you remembered the pit bull, the Irishman, and the leg of lamb. And why is that? It's because you can literally see them in your mind. They're concrete. That right there is the science of writing. It's the craft. But here's the thing. The craft, the science, it's only half the battle. To really, truly connect, writing needs something more, something deeper. As the writer Robert Macfarlane says, it needs wonder. And this is the other side of the coin. This is the soul. It's the heart, the emotion, the unique point of view that makes the words feel alive. You absolutely need both. So let's break down how they work together, starting with the soul.
Okay, first up, the soul. And let's be clear, this has nothing to do with grammar or sentence structure. This is about the raw material itself. It's about figuring out what you have to say that nobody else can. Which brings us to this really cool idea called felt sense. Basically, it's about capturing the essence of something, not just the facts. Think about it like this. When Monet painted Venice, he wasn't painting every single brick. He was painting the light, the fog, the feeling of the city. And that's a writer's job too, to get across the emotional truth of a moment.
So, where do you find this emotional truth? Well, as the novelist Jane Phillips hints, a great place to start is you. I mean, just think about your own life for a second. Out of all the millions of things that have happened to you, why do you remember the specific things you do?
You know those memories that just pop into your head? The weird ones, the happy ones, the confusing ones? They are not random. They are actually little clues that point to who you are, what you care about, and how you see the world. That's the well you draw from. That's the source of your writer's soul. But tapping into that soul takes the right mindset. The writer Paul Harding draws this brilliant line between being self-conscious and self-aware. Being self-conscious is just worrying what other people will think of you. It's fear. But being self-aware? That's about having deep respect for the craft and having the ambition to create something as good as the stuff you already love.
And this might be the biggest challenge of all. How do you find your own authentic voice when the world is constantly trying to sell you prepackaged ideas? As the philosopher Alain de Botton points out, if you want to be a real freethinker, if you want to have a writer's soul, you have to resist all that. You have to learn to see the world for yourself.
Okay, so let's say you've done that deep work. You've tapped into your wonder, your felt sense. Now what? How do you actually get it on the page so that it connects with people? Well, that is where the writer's science comes in. This is all about the how. And the copywriter Harry Dry came up with this fantastic, super simple 3-step test for pretty much anything you write. Just ask yourself these 3 questions. If you can say yes to all of them, you've probably got something good. So step 1, can I visualize it? This goes right back to our little memory test at the beginning, right? Vague ideas like regain fitness are forgettable. But a concrete image like couch to 5K, that sticks because it paints a picture in your head. Step 2, can I falsify it? Now, that sounds a little technical, but all it really means is, can somebody prove it true or false? If you say, he has good values, that's just an opinion. But if you say, he reads on the tube, well, that's a fact. It can be checked. That specificity makes your writing way more credible. And finally, step 3, can nobody else say it? This one is all about being unique. I mean, just look at this classic New Balance line. Can you visualize it? Yep. Is it falsifiable? Is it provable? Yep. And can any other shoe company on the planet say it? No way. It is a perfect piece of writing science. So what does all this add up to? Basically, great writing should be understood almost instantly. A great little test is, can your reader get the point in the time it takes to say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi? If the answer is no, you've probably got some simplifying to do. And now, this is where the real magic happens. Because soul and science, they're not opposites. They're not fighting each other. They're partners. Your soul gives you the what, the incredible story, and your science gives you the how, the perfect way to tell it. The author Mitch Albom is an absolute master of this.
He has this rule about pacing, and it's pure science, right? It's just a technical rule about the craft of storytelling. But just watch what he does with it.
So Album tells this unbelievable true story about a runner named Derek Redmond at the 1992 Olympics. He pulls his hamstring, his dream is shattered, but he's determined to finish. And then his own father runs out of the stands to help him limp across the finish line. I mean, talk about raw emotion. That right there, that's pure soul.
And here's the kicker. The reason that story hits so hard when Album tells it is because he uses his science, his rule about pacing. He slows down the most dramatic moments, making them incredibly powerful. The craft is what makes the emotion land. See how that works? The science makes the soul unforgettable.
So what does this all mean for us? It means you have to be an active observer of the world. You can't just assume you'll remember that cool idea, that interesting conversation, that perfect little moment. You've got to capture it. That's step one for any writer. Which brings it all back to you, doesn't it? When you think about your own writing, or even just how you communicate, where do you need to put your focus right now? Is it on digging deep to find the raw material, the soul? Or is it about sharpening your tools and mastering the craft, the science?
Because really, at the end of the day, that's the whole game. First, you find your unique wonder, your own personal felt sense of the world. And then you master the craft so you can share it with others. When you bring those two things together, that's when you create something that really truly lasts.